Government needs to deal with the effects of El Niño head-on and is making the necessary adjustments to ensure it is ready to take on such a huge challenge. Thus, the president sees it fit to revive a task force specifically created to address the possible effects of the dry spell to many facets of Philippine society, most especially the agriculture sector. Kenneth Paciente has more.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is set to sign an executive order to revive Task Force El Niño or TFEL. This is what was discussed in the 15th cabinet meeting at the palace with the president yesterday. The task force aims to make the steps of the national government and local government units stronger to reduce any severe effects of the drought.
Para mapaghandaan ng maaga at masolusyonan ng mabilisan ang maaring maging interventions po na mabilisan at patuloy po na monitoring at pag-aagap, paghahanda po sa maaring maging epekto po ng El Niño.
Government agencies are helping to respond to this. In TFEL, the DOST is assigned to monitor the possible El Niño phenomenon hitting the country. According to Science and Technology Secretary Renato Solidum, it is possible to feel the drought from the first to the second quarter of the year 2024. It is expected that around 63 provinces will experience drought conditions, while 12 provinces will experience dry spell conditions.
If the rainfall is 21 to 60% below normal, if there are 3 consecutive months of that, then it will be called dry spell.
The DENR will particularly focus on the availability, access, and affordability of water. This includes the construction of water treatment facilities, as well as the rehabilitation of damaged NIA canals and defective irrigation systems in the country. The government will also help the water districts.
The current thinking is that it will be in the form of soft loans that are possibly very low interest or no interest. No? So hindi pa ito set in stone. Ang interesado po kami in terms of the responsible use of the funds. So kung medyo free yung pagkalabas ng availability, no, we would like to have some optimal usage of whatever will be available. So ang current thinking po is sana po soft loans ito, very low or no interest at all. So hindi pa set in stone pero ito yung thinking at the moment.
DOH will control diseases that may spread when El Niño hits, including monitoring of healthcare facilities. The BFP will meanwhile strengthen fire protection and prevention. Information dissemination about the El Niño phenomenon will also be strengthened and will be led by the PCO. The task force will help intensify the National Action Plan, where the government will focus on 5 major areas including food, energy, water security, and peace and order. The task force will be led by the DND, NEDA, DNR, and DOST. Secretary Teodoro assured government's funding is sufficient for the possible El Niño phenomenon. And he said DBM is ready if more funds are needed.
The intervention with the DBM is the interpretation of the law regarding a calamity. So we agree with the DBM what the conditions are for allowable use of the QRFs of local government agencies in the case of a slow onset calamity, which will be science-backed, which is the DOST will be based on their forecast, will be the key factor. No?
Kenneth Paciente for the Nation.